YouTube, what is going on? Crowder here, and I'm bringing you guys a Bullfrog video, how to use the Bullfrog, a little bit of tips and tricks, and then some in-depth weapon stats as well. I'm going to give you guys the best loadout for the Bullfrog. If you were tired of using the MAC-10, you were tired of using the Cold War MP5, and you want to try something different that can still actually compete, the Bullfrog is your answer. But, guys, this is probably not the best SMG, but it is definitely usable. I'm going to explain it a little bit why in the weapon testing when I go a little bit more in-depth with the stats, but I'm going to give you one thing right now. This gun's headshot multiplier is insane, and that alone is enough for it to kill really fast if you're good at aiming for upper chest and headshots. But I'm going to get more in depth with that at the end of the video. For now, this video right here is going to be some gameplays with the Bullfrog, a little bit of AMAX action. And, you know, I really like this gun. I used it for about 3 days straight. I had a lot of fun with it. I had some really good games, and I'm going to provide you with the gameplay. And then on top of that, a little bit of coaching on how to use the gun, how to get better with the gun, the best tips and tricks with SMGs. And then on top of that, I'm going to give you in-depth weapon stats and exactly why I chose this loadout so I can give you the best loadout that you guys can use. Comment below on what gun you guys want to see next, the reasons why, and if there is a favorite in the comments of what gun wants to be next, say if it's a Krig 6 or whatever it is, I will try and get on it. I will try and weapon test it and give you guys the best loadouts that I can possibly give. On top of that, some coaching and playstyle tips too to get you to be the best players that you can be out there. So I appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe right now because this video you guys are going to absolutely love. We're going to start off with the gameplay and then going with some weapon testing and all that. I appreciate you guys being here. And let's get right into this gameplay. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys at the end for the fun stuff with the weapon testing and more. I'm hitting a zip. This might be the dumbest thing I've ever done, but whatever.
I'm following you up. It might be the second dumbest thing ever. Oh, they streak.
Oh, behind me. Guys on me in my building. You guys are long gone. Coming.
Yeah. Don't worry, babes. We're everywhere. Come back.
Up top. Got him. Bullfrogged him.
No way, dude. With the range. One guy's low as well, Chris. I'm going to go for this low guy. He's in the
one's cracked.
bathroom.
One's cracked. Bathroom guy's cracked. Is he down?
Eliminated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I put
Top window.
Wait, the guy top window. Where?
He's cracked. Top window. He's cracked. Top window. Cracked.
Got him.
Nice, Maze. You're fucking on one right now.
Dropping.
Oh, right on Chris.
Got him.
Nice. Yeah.
One drop behind us.
I know. I'm looking over. He's gone. He just ghosted out. That means there's a loadout right here. Yep. Got him. Yep. Another one.
Yep.
Got him. One shot.
Oh, wait. I'm coming.
Got them both. Out. He's out in front of us. Dead. Oh, wait. Right here. He was just shooting at me. He's literally inside. I pinged him.
What the fuck?
I can't believe that guy didn't just kill me.
I think he jumped out the window.
Got him. All right, yo. Let's bump on this. Look at my ping. There was like 17 people on my ping. No BS. I'm gonna go try and clear
I don't
this.
know if that guy died or not, but I'm coming close to you guys.
This dead. The guy's dead. Little landing park. Down the park.
Nice.
Lower to my right. That's it. Oh no, I don't know. In front of me.
The tree.
Yeah, in front of me.
On blue ping.
Okay.
Armor, he's cracked. Literally laying prone, I think.
There's one like right up here too.
I downed him.
Nice.
Yo, pushing in the street. Got him. Ooh, I'm beaming right now.
You guys are nasty.
On the wall, got him.
Okay, there's 16 in front of him.
On the wall. On the wall's weak. On the wall's weak. One's down and one's not weak. Dubs.
Oh, right in front of you, Chris. Nice.
Still, guys, second, like top fire somewhere.
Okay.
Behind you. Ooh.
Yeah, low. You see him? Another one further.
Big Chris.
Yep.
That guy thought he was twisted. Oh.
Show him what the fucking Bullfrog does.
Show him what it does. Left, far left. You saw him, far left. That guy. Another one ahead of him.
Enemy UAV overhead. Less than 10 enemies remain.
What a two-tap out of you.
Don't get sniped.
Relocating the safe zone.
Nice shots.
You
Good try.
fucking
Could not
bot.
have been worse, bro.
Yeah, because he just preemed the fucking doorway instead of pushing to help his teammate. And he doesn't run in my pre-fire, bro. Ah, dude, that's such an easy clutch.
Mixy.
I guess I'm just ass
fuck.
today, Chad. I don't know. Whatever. Right here. On that truck, on that ping.
Yep.
That was not the guy who called jump off of blue.
Cracked him, down him. Alright, there's more there, though. The one went to the IHOP.
Heading out.
I'm going to get into green here.
Too. Yep.
Relocating.
One's IHOP, though.
Yeah, back green,
Oh,
back green.
green.
They're fighting.
Somebody sniped from red or blue. I don't know what.
On me, on me.
Another one.
Nice.
Got him.
We can
Just
cut.
fuck her up.
We can cut him.
Oh, what the fuck?
I flipped him.
Wait, dude. Yo, he's running.
Hit him a couple times. Another car.
Yep.
We got on a really sketch spot. Fuck.
Yes, we did.
I cracked this guy. I downed him. Hop in.
Got him. Yep, I scooped the cluster as well.
Yes, sir.
Shit's
Yo,
kinda
yo, on the
shooting
wall, on the wall. At the
pillar.
buy. At the buy.
At the buy.
Downed him.
Left at the White House. West side white, cracked.
Moving.
I'm taking the route then.
I threw a nade up top. I threw 2 nades up top.
People all the way.
I got him cracked. Oh, up on me. I stunned myself through the wall because that's realistic.
Come in front.
I'm here with you, Adab.
There's two, Chris. Nice. I went in the room, right room. He's not pushing.
You have to fight. You have to fight him.
He's still right room.
Yo, watch the stairs. Watch the stairs.
Where is he?
He's still in there. He's in the room.
Wait, what the fuck?
Got him.
Nice. Alright.
I went in that room. I didn't see him.
All right, be careful.
There
here
be
for a
that
second.
direction.
Yo, right here, right here. He's on the halo. Got him down. I'm making a push.
Got
Got that bitch.
I don't know where the rest of his team
further
is,
in
though.
the trees.
Another one down low to the right. Down the guy down low
Nice,
to the
okay.
right. In the trees
He's at
now.
that rock that I like ping.
I got my full. I'm getting back in cover.
Mine. Got that guy down.
Nice shot.
Nice.
The last guy's to the right.
Over here.
Somewhere like over here somewhere.
Moving.
He's down further right of your
Okay.
mark. Further right of your mark. He's probably going for the res. Probably going for the res.
Heard that.
Okay.
I got stunned. Double stunned.
All right, we're here. Yo,
Yeah,
they got
he's got the
other guys on the
Closer
left.
left.
Got
Closer
him.
left.
Nice.
Got him.
I'm plating. The other team might push us. Careful.
Yeah, get ready. Yo, down low to the right.
He's
Coming from the loadout.
Oh, God, yeah, he's self. He's right there. All by the right house.
Oh, by the right house?
I got
Okay.
one down. More at this
Really,
loadout.
Getting closer to you.
Yeah, by my mark kind of there.
It's
I
4,
saw these
guys.
3.
On me,
Yeah,
on me.
see them.
Close to my right. Close to my right.
Close. Yep.
Down him one more.
No,
4,
no,
4. Got them all. Let's go.
Nice.
All right, now watch the
More right in
houses.
front. Oh, it's just one.
All right.
Two, sorry.
Yeah, 3,
It should
2.
be by orange. It
Precision.
should be by orange.
Yep, he's at the house. Orange house. Cracked him. Downed him. The other guy's weak.
Shaking this fucker, dude. You guys can go. So long.
He's back here. At the wall.
I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching left side.
W. Good job, guys.
Holy fuck! What a sweaty game. I was fucking prime.
That was
Good job,
nuts.
You guys are nasty.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplays, and now let's get into the fun stuff, which I know that is why you guys are here right now. Probably a lot of you watching for this exact loadout, and then even some more coaching tips and stuff on the side, which we'll get into too, with some recoil control patterns, some centering tips, and so on and so forth. But here we are. This is the exact loadout, and now I'm going to give you the reasons why I'm using these attachments. Then I'm going to back it up with some TrueGameData stuff, and then I'm going to test it in the private match, and then I'm going to give you some coaching tips. So here we are. Groove suppressor. It actually helps the vertical recoil a little bit. Of course, the real reason why you're using this is so that you are silenced on the map. Pretty self-explanatory, and now we're going to move on. So, as you guys know, that some of these guns don't always do what they say with these attachments and stuff. You know, a lot of the big YouTubers that do really, really in-depth stats have kind of debunked some of these stats for being fake, but some of these ones actually do what they say. So, this VDV reinforced gives you the most bullet velocity and a little bit of range, but when you're using a submachine gun, in my opinion, I like using something that gives me a little bit more range and the bullet velocity as long as it's there, because I'm not shooting 500 meters away. If it's enough, it's enough. So Here we are. We have the Bullet Velocity Task Force barrel. I like this one the most. It's the best on paper too with the stats and all that. It's been tested out by some of the biggest YouTubers and it's already been debunked, so I don't want to go too much into that. I'll show you a little bit about it, but this is the best barrel on the gun. Then you're moving on. I use the Spetsnaz PKM stock for the shooting moving speed, and I really like the way this gun works with that. If you don't like using this, I'd probably recommend using no stock for the sprint to fire. And if you don't really like either of those and you really like controlling vertical recoil, you go to underbarrel and you would put on the bruiser grip instead of the stock. Really up to you. This is what I was using in the video, but totally preference on that loadout specifically. You don't have to use this one. If you are a player that struggles with vertical recoil, take this one off, throw the underbarrel bruiser grip on it, and I'll show you exactly why in the weapon testing. And then the ammunition, 65 round mag, that is perfect for an SMG with the time to kill of this gun. I don't use the 65 speed mag because it actually slows down your ADS, and personally, I don't think it's fast enough of a reload with 65 bullets for it to even matter. So I personally really like the 65 round mag straight up. And then of course the speed tape. And now a lot of people always ask me why I don't use a Serpent speed tape over this one. They do the same exact thing in ADS time, but the speed tape actually doesn't do anything to your sprint to fire. So right then and there, that's enough for me to use the speed tape over any of the other ones. And some of these ones are weird, like the GRU elastic wrap. Guys, aiming while going prone is only in Cold War. We are in Warzone. Some of these stats don't say what they do, and that's the reason why a lot of these things are needed to be tested, because the flinch resistance and all that doesn't really matter because this game doesn't have crazy flinch, and I don't even think that flinch actually helps. So with that being said, the speed tape is probably the best in my personal opinion, and that is what I've been using on my loadout. So this is the exact loadout right here. You can change this stock out. You can throw a bruiser grip on it. I'll show you a little bit on the testing and weapon testing right now, and then I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to use this gun. Okay, so before we get into the weapon testing really quick, I'm going to show you TrueGameData.com, which is the website that I've been using for some of the info. And this website is actually amazing because it provides you information on stuff that you need to, you know, do time to kills, do bullet velocity, and do a bunch of other things, and then you can test it out yourself. So they provide you with a lot of info that's tested by them, and then you can use this info and get really, really creative with it, and then you can use it, obviously, to make your best loadout. So that's what I'm doing here, and not all of them are done for the Cold War weapons. So the Bullfrog, actually, they have done, but for some other guns, they have not finished them. So with that being said, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with the ones that they have not finished, of course, to get my own info. But while I have this beautiful website right here in front of us that I'm going to really recommend you guys following and going to this website and showing some love, which you guys should do. This is the website to do, especially if they have it finished. If they don't, I'm going to provide you as best as I can as well. But here we are. You go to the comparison tool, you go to SMGs, you go to the Bullfrog, and you're going to see the base weapon stats. Look at this headshot multiplier, guys. That is insane. So if you guys want a quick time to kill fact about the gun, if you do 751 rounds per minute and you divide that by 60 to get rounds per second, you get 12.52. Now, 12.52 rounds per second, you do 55, so you do 250 health, because that's the health in Warzone, divided by 55, and you get 4.5-ish in there, and since you can't shoot a half a bullet, that means it takes 5 headshots to kill. So you do 5 headshots to kill, divided by 12.52, and you get 0.399, which means it's a 399 millisecond time to kill, which is insane. To give you guys a reference, if you go to the Mac 10, and you do 1,118 rounds per minute, you divide that by 60 to get rounds per second, you are going to get 18.63, and then you're going to take the headshot multiplier, which is 30, and you're going to do 250 divided by 30. You are going to get around 8 point something and change. That means it rounds up to 9 because it takes 9 bullets to kill. If you do 9 divided by 18.63, you're going to get a 0.483 ms, so that means it's 483 milliseconds. So the time to kill with the Bullfrog is actually faster than the Mac 10 if you can hit headshots. And of course, there's so many other variables with recoil control and so much more with the range and stuff, but this off the base gun, you can see that the Bullfrog does compete in some kind of ways with these statistics. And now I'm going to show you exactly how to hit a little bit more headshots and some of the more important stuff with the Bullfrog. I wanted to show you just some cool facts with this website, exactly how these time to kills work. And now I'm not the biggest mathematician, and I'm not saying that all my data is completely right. That's just how I have decided to do the time to kill for you guys, and that's what I got out of it. Of course, comment below if you guys have any other ideas. But going back to the Bullfrog, I'm going to show you exactly why I'm using some of these options. You go on the TrueGameData website, and now you go to the GRU suppressor. It gives you a little bit of range and a little bit of better vertical recoil, which is really, really nice. Then you go to the barrels. VDV Reinforced gives you a lot of bullet velocity, but it's almost too much, and it doesn't give you enough range, where the Task Force gives you 80% bullet velocity, which is more than enough with an SMG, and then you have 50% range. This is what's going to help you the most, and that's why I'm using the Task Force barrel. And then moving on to the next, I'm using the stock. And now the reason why I use the Spetsnaz stock over the skeletal stock is because the ADS movement speed on the skeletal stock is 0, and the Spetsnaz PKM stock is actually 15. And personally, I like the way you're aiming and strafing with this gun, so I use that. But if you don't want to use this and you have bad recoil control, definitely go to the underbarrel and put on the bruiser. But for now, I'll show you why. We have the bruiser grip right here is 13% recoil control, which is really good, where the Spetsnaz grip helps a little bit of horizontal. This gun doesn't have that much horizontal. Then on top of that, it's only 10% vertical. So I would use the bruiser grip personally if I was going to not use that stock. Doesn't really matter, just to show you the stats on that. And then the ammunition, the reason why I use a 65 round mag is because it gives you a little bit more bullets in the clip, doesn't hurt your ADS, where the speed mag actually does hurt your ADS. So that's the reason why I'm using that. And then of course you have the speed tape or the serpent wrap. The serpent wrap hurts you sprint to fire. The speed tape does not. They both do the same exact thing, aim in speed wise, and there you go. The speed tape's the best thing for you. This is a good website to find some time that kills, some damage, and do a lot of cool info with it. I definitely recommend checking out TrueGameData.com. It's going to be in the description below. These guys are amazing. Show them some love. They deserve all the love, because a lot of people are able to get a lot of statistics that they wouldn't be able to test for themselves without these guys. So show them some love. Go to their website and do some research on your own. Now we're going to get right back into the weapon testing and some tips and tricks on how to use the gun. Let's go after it in the plunder trio. All right, so here we are. We are in a plunder trio right now. I'm going to be testing out some bullet velocity and some other cool attachment ideas. But for now, I'm going to be showing you the bullet velocity of the Task Force and the reason why you don't need any other bullet velocity other than this, with the range being so good. And then I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and then recoil patterns and stuff like that. So here we are. We are at our weapon testing bridge. This is probably where I'm going to do most of my weapon testing, so due to the sole fact that this helps out a lot. And you can see that you have this long range area, and it helps show exactly like the bullet drop and stuff like that. So here we are. We're going to go to this pole. We're going to aim about 400 meters away. I know it's very dramatic, but you're just going to be able to see how crazy that this bullet velocity really is, guys. So watch. I'm going to shoot at that top corner right there, and you're going to see that these bullets are instant. There is no bullet drop at all right here. And with there being no bullet drop, and you can see right there, it's not dropping at all. I'm trying to like move the aimer out of the way so you can see. If this is a submachine gun, the bullet velocity being that good is already being like, all right, this is more than needed. This now gives you the best bullet velocity right there. Yeah, you can go a little bit faster with the VDV, but the range is not there, and the range is more important. So this barrel right here, the Task Force, is the real deal, and that's the reason why you should be using it. All right, so now I'm going to show you some recoil patterns with this weapon. I'm going to show you the recoil pattern with the Task Force. And now remember what I said to you guys. I said if I wasn't going to use this stock, I'd use the bruiser grip. It depends on your play style. Very, very up to you. But these are the recoil patterns here. We are 14 meters away. And since we are 14 meters away, I'm going to shoot at the bottom right here. And this gun goes up and then slightly to the left. So you guys are going to see that it's going to go up and it's going to travel off to the left. And then eventually it stops right there and then it stays consistent. So with this Task Force, no underbarrel, the recoil is pretty easy to control. And now what I mean by that is you back up. And when you were playing on a mouse and key and or a controller, the tip to controlling recoil is, first of all, knowing your recoil, right? And now that you know your recoil, you know the pattern, you're going to have to learn. Anyway, you're going to have to learn the recoil pattern, then you're going to have to learn how to control it. So it's going to take some practice. Of course, that's the step 1 to recoil control. But when you were pulling down on this gun, if it goes up to the left, I'm not going to be pulling down up to the, like down to the right like crazy. I'm not going to be going like this. What I'm going to be doing is just slightly, as the bullets are pulling up, I'm going to be going like this. This slow, literally. Just like that. You see how slow I'm moving my aimer there? Very, very slight movements, and then you fight that recoil, and it's going to keep it straight by fighting that recoil. So it's going to look something like this. I'm going to aim here, and instead it's going to go up to the left. So I'm going to pull down just ever so slightly down to the right, and it's going to look like this. And once you can practice that and get that down, your recoil pattern looking like that is the reason why good players always look like they have no recoil. It's because you know your recoil pattern, and it helps you so much. And that is step 1 to knowing what you want to do to control your recoil. And once you have that down, and then you understand that, you keep that consciously in your mind. If I was shooting at someone on a head glitch like this, I'd be shooting, and now I can just keep it slowly down to the right, slowly down to the right. And now I'm going back and forth on my stock. You're able to avoid bullets and shoot accurately. That's step 1 to becoming a slightly better player. But with that being said, we're going to have to switch classes here. I'm going to now show you what the bruiser looks like compared to the Spetsnaz PKM stock. So you're going to use the bruiser. You're going to go here. And you were going to throw this down, and we're going to switch it up and go to that exact wall and show you what it looks like with the bruiser. Okay, so now that we have the bruiser stock, or the bruiser underbarrel equipped and we don't have the stock on, you're going to see that it's slightly less with the strafe speed. You don't have the best strafe speed here, but the bruiser grip will help you control it a little bit more. We're going to go over here again. We are at the same exact distance, and this time you can see how it went up to the left. I'm going to shoot at the wall again and see where this takes us, so that this is not controlled with the bruiser grip. This is what it's going to look like. You're going to see that it still goes slightly up to the left, and then it stops. It's a little bit more tight, and those bullets being a little bit closer together actually help out just a little bit. So it's not as extreme, but the pattern is exactly the same. So now you guys can kind of see why I was saying I don't really think the bruiser grip is necessary, but it does help, and it's going to help a little bit. So that's the exact recoil pattern with the bruiser. And now I'm going to put on one last attachment, and I'm going to show you what it looks like without the bruiser, and I'm going to put on the Spetsnaz grip, which is what the other one that probably did the best vertical recoil did. All right, so now we have the Spetsnaz grip on, which does a little bit more horizontal and vertical recoil. And you know that this was the underbarrel with no grip, and it came up a little bit. This was the bruiser one, and now this is going to be the exact spot again, but instead this is with the Spetsnaz grip, and we're going to see how it looks like. It's going to go up. It's going to go to the left, and you're going to see that it's about the same, if not actually a little bit better. I could have started shooting just slightly differently, but you can see that the bruiser grip is actually maybe a little worse than the Spetsnaz grip. But regardless, in my opinion, I don't think any of these recoil patterns are that much different to have to worry about it. But if you do struggle with recoil and that is your biggest issue with the game, I recommend taking the stock off and then putting on either the Spetsnaz or the bruiser grip, depending on what you like, and it'll help you out control recoil even more. And yeah, guys, if this goes up again to the left, I'm just going to pull down slightly to the right. It's going to look exactly like this, and it's ever so slightly. Makes it very easy to control, and right there you have a way more tight recoil pattern spread. That's going to help you eliminate your enemies very, very easily. So yeah, once you guys get your loadout of preference, of course, either the stock, the bruiser grip, the Spetsnaz grip, whatever grip and stock you guys want to use, and you guys use this all to reference the best loadout that you can be. That's also another thing. I'm giving you guys loadouts that I like, but I'm also going to be testing stuff that you guys might like a little bit more, right? I'm trying to give you guys loadout videos and not just say like, here, I had a good game with this, it must be good, and here you go. I want to give you a loadout that also shows you how to use it, why to use it, and how to get a little bit better, because I've been coaching professional Call of Duty for a while now. I was a pro player for a while as well in the CDL league. And with that being said, I'm trying to help you guys become the best players you can be. And I think that this is actually really good content for you. From what I know, you guys usually ask for a little bit more coaching content. So every single video from here on out, I'm going to be adding a tip or a trick on how to use the gun. And on top of that, some recoil testing and some bullet velocity testings and so on and so forth, of course. So yeah, my last thing for this video is I'm going to be teaching you the #1 tip with the Bullfrog, or the #1 and 2 tips with the Bullfrog. So my class specifically, I like using the stock for the aim down sight movement speed. And with that being said, when you do the slide cancel, which is slide again, and then X, right? So slide, X, slide, X, slide, X. If you're doing that slide cancel and someone's around the corner, if someone was around the corner, you do slide, X, and then you aim in. When you aim in and you wide strafe like that with the PKM skeletal stock, it helps out a lot, and it's actually very hard for your enemies to hit you. That would be my #1 tip, but my #2 tip. My #1 tip with the Bullfrog, guys, is what I said before. Shooting the enemy and getting the headshot multiplier is really important. So what I mean by that is your centering. When you are centering around buildings and centering in fights, this is what I mean. So most beginner players or casual players, the biggest mistake I've seen, and I've said this a lot in my YouTube videos, but every single YouTube video is new, so I'm going to repeat this just for the sake of the video. I see them aiming at the ground a lot. So if someone was in that window and you're running at that window, a lot of casual players do this without even knowing. They're aiming right here and they're running at the window. Now, if someone were to peek that window, what happens? You're going to have to adjust your aimer and then aim in and then shoot them. By the time you do that, if the other person is even a decent player, you're probably dead. And now that's why when good players usually run at that window, instead of looking down like that and having to adjust the aim, all you do is center your aim where you think their head and chest is going to be, and that will help you hit your first bullet so much more than you're doing right now. And so when you're running at this window, you center the center of your screen, aka the center of your crosshairs, at where you want to go. It's going to be right here, and it's going to help you out a lot. And then right there, if someone were to peek that window, you aim in and you're immediately hitting them in the head or the chest. Now, the second thing I'm going to explain about centering, on top of not looking at the ground and always predicting where they're going to come around the corner, if he's coming around this corner and you're centered here, probably upper chest, right? If you're centered here, you're gonna have to adjust. If you have to adjust, I'm telling you, in the pro world, in the casual world, you will probably die more than often. So that's gonna help you out a lot. This gun with the easy recoil is very pre-aim heavy, and what I mean by that is you pre-aim like this. So when you were pre-aiming, if you were pre-aiming down here or too high up, you're going to actually miss a lot of your shots. Your bullets are going to recoil up and you were going to miss. What you want to do is center your aimer while aiming in around the chest. So if someone was on the other side of this door, you don't want to center down here and you don't want to center up here. You probably want to center where you think their chest would be. So the bullets that go recoil up and slightly to the left with this gun actually hit them in the upper chest. And then the headshot multiplier, if you hit 1 or 2 headshots, you've seen this gun and how much damage it does. You are going to melt your enemy and it's going to help you out so much. So using this gun, the 2 takeaways I would give you is centering towards the head or the chest is probably even more important than any other weapon, even though that's super important in general. And then when you are pre-aiming, make sure you are always consciously thinking about that recoil and always consciously thinking about where they're going to come from. So if I knew he was around this house and I'm fighting someone going back and forth, I'm going to go like this now, pre-aim, and I'm going to pre-aim chest high. I'm not pre-aiming down here. I'm not pre-aiming up here. I'm pre-aiming chest high, and that is going to help you so much with this gun. So yeah, guys, I really do hope this video helped you guys out a ton. If it did, please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and also comment below on anything you guys want to see from me next. If you guys don't like this format, I'd love to hear why. If you guys do love this format and why you want to see more, I would love to hear why as well. I really do respond to your feedback in the YouTube comments as much as I can, and I appreciate you guys supporting my videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you on another day for another video with another loadout. Comment below what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.